Hello, Milt here, living like a boss. It is Boxing Day, the 26th December of 2022, and just before I turned the camera on, we had a little avalanche here. That whole roof sloughed off, and it just landed right on top of my gooseneck. I thought I had it far enough away from the slide area, avalanche area, but apparently not. That's how you load up a 40-foot gooseneck with snow. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about today. We're working on the Clark. Let's go back over there. What we got going here, I already got the distributor pulled out. I replaced the gas lines. This here is a 12-volt electric pump. I put new gas lines filter going into the carburetor. I actually cleaned the carburetor. Got new gas lines going all the way down here. And there was another filter in that line there. I just deleted it. There's no use having a inline filter on a suction line. So anyway, it's pulling fuel now. It's doing pretty good, but it was still running pretty rough. It was like it just couldn't develop any power. It wasn't advancing or anything. And then I realized when I went to set the advance, the mechanical advance on this distributor, it was all locked up. So we'll go over to the shed where I got it in pieces. Okay, we got this vise in the or the distributor in the vise. That's the proper way. Now, sitting in the engine, this ear was already broke off at one point, and they brazed it back on, and I successfully broke it off again. But this here was locked solid. You couldn't turn this. This was froze right on there with rust and whatnot. But I got it apart so you can get it on there, and that's how you adjust the advance on this here type of distributor. This has got a bolt in here, and then you just rotate it inside this clamp. It's a little stiff here holding it, but anyway, and then when you got it to the right place, you just lock it up with this little small bolt, and it'll stay there. So meanwhile, I got all the internals out of this, like the breaker plate, and well, the breaker plate just sitting in there now. I just got to bolt it down and put my points back in, and this here isolator bolt to that catches the power off the battery, and then we'll bring you back when we got gonna put it back into the machine. Okay, we got all that back together there. The points are in. This here insulator bolt is in, and the points are set. I'm going to guess like 10, 12 thousandths. And then we'll go from here. We'll go right over to the machine and put her back in. Okay, we're back here at the machine. Right here is the drive for the distributor, this little slotted round piece there. This coupler just sits over top of that, and stays right in there. I have a nut and a washer here somewhere. We'll just get that started. Now, since I pulled the distributor out, I haven't turned the engine over, so it's still oriented to the right place, but it'll go 180 degrees apart, that particular drive. It's not like a gear going on the cam shaft. It's you got multiple choices to interfere with your timing, but here it's either one or the other. That's tightened up for now. And when I did, before I pulled it out, this rotor was oriented to face straight at that coil. and she nested right back in there, pointing at the coil. So we're good in that part. We'll just tighten this bolt down. Okay, and I'll go to the other side. We've got to put a bolt into this top piece here to hold this clamp. That wasn't as hard as I thought. Went right in there. Oh, wrong wrench. 7/16. That's back in there. One thing I don't really know is where this was oriented. See, now I can turn it. Before it was locked up solid. I couldn't turn that at all, but now it's turning nicely. Okay, so we'll just tie in our hot wire here. There's that. That's tightened up. Everything's tightened up, I think. Get our extra tools off of here. Put our cap back on. Coil wire, don't forget that, otherwise it'll be a mystery. Okay, we're going to see what happens. Still has a miss on number 1 cylinder. I changed the plug. On the wire I checked it, the spark. So it might have a hanging up valve. Runs a lot better now. We'll just see what the throttle's like. She's running quite a bit better every time we do something, a little bit of improvement. And I still got that one miss in there, so I don't know if I want to go that deep. I'll have to take the manifold off and take that cover off the valve and whatnot, check it out, see if one valve is hanging up. I don't really hear it leaking as it shuts down and stuff, but I know it's not firing. I can hear it spark when I pull the line off. It's sparking, and I had the plug out and it's sparking. we'll have to play with it another day. Okay, wrap for today. We'll catch up with you later. Well, we're back out here this morning at the Clark. It's actually, we got some rain coming down now, so it's not really that darn comfortable. But I just thought I'd better cover the main reason why I got this here forklift is it does come with a little bit of a stinger, which is just a bunch of steel fabric cobbled up into picking up something heavy with a hook and a sling that is probably more dangerous than it is anything, but we're just going to get the thing put in place here to see what it looks like, and then we'll start it up, you know, go up and down and all that kind of good stuff. I haven't put this stinger on before, so I'm just going to guess that that's wide enough. That is a piece of work. Every time I start that old girl up there, it seems to run a little bit better. But we'll bring the camera in for a little close-up of this beautiful piece of engineering. Look at that. There is, it's all, with this C channel, there's two of them welded together to make a boxing. Made some kind of, sort of a nest to go up underneath that fork plate. Kind of a piece of crap going across there to hang it up while you insert it underneath there. And this is the best piece of work. This here part is looking all right, but man, that is the crude, a bar underneath this here plate, a hole in there that doesn't go anywhere. And then on this side, well, there's a plate back here with a hole that don't go anywhere. But this plate here, you do put a pin in it or a bolt so as it'll stay centered on this here fork, and that fork will just stay there. And hopefully you don't kill yourself just getting it in there. But I think it'll work just fine. It's not sticking out as far as like I would like it to be out in this area here, like a couple of feet ahead of the forks. But it'll do the purpose, I'm sure. This here is a nice little hook on there. Swivels around, put the chains or straps around through there, and there is not a new piece of iron put in that whole thing. And what can I say? The price is right. It'll add to the danger of working alone on this old equipment. So anyway, that's going to be a wrap for the old Clark. It does work. Every time I start it, seems to start easier and runs nicer and whatnot. So it's going to do the job that I want it to do. And the hydraulics are good on it. They're pretty strong and they hold. So that's the main thing. But I'm not going to bother moving it. I can't move it. It's still snowing and raining and whatnot. So I'm just going to have to clean the yard out quite a bit more and shovel off the old D4 cat over there before I do any work on it. But that's it for today. We'll catch up to you later.